Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. Tonight we've got Bryce McGlothin in studio. You can catch him on American Idol this season, but right now you can catch him on Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. Let's go! Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here. We've got Bryce McGlothin in the studio with us today. I appreciate you joining us.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to be here.
We've got a lot of exciting things coming up.
Yes, sir, I do.
And so let's, what I want to do is learn a little bit more about how you got here, where you're at now, and where we think we might go.
Okay.
So let's dive into how long have you been singing and performing?
Well, I'll say I've been singing since I was very little. I can't really remember when I started singing, but I started really getting serious about it about 12 or 13. I joined a band with Tyler Gray. He plays guitar, very good guitar player.
Okay.
And ever since I joined that band, I really started getting serious about it and thinking about making it into a career.
And what's the name of that band?
Easily Distracted.
Okay. You guys still play around?
Yes, sir, we do.
Okay,
Actually,
easily Distracted.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what do you have any kind of music that you remember, maybe some influences or anything like that that kind of made you feel like made you enjoy singing?
Oh yeah, kind of like the southern rock stuff, like CCR, Leonard Skinner, Allman Brothers. That's kind of what shaped what kind of style of music I play.
Who's your favorite band?
Ooh, I'll have to say Leonard Skinner.
Leonard Skinner.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
What about your favorite type of music to sing? Do you have a preference?
Yes, sir. It's kind of like the southern rock stuff, but I've been kind of getting into a little bit of the newer country stuff.
Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to do what's right, even if it wasn't easy. I'd always hear my mother's voice say, "Do the right thing." That stuck with me. Every day, just do the right thing. The rest takes care of itself.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe in doing the right thing for our customers and our communities.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Sabrina Doré.
So recently, you've got some American Idol news.
Yes, sir.
I know that we can't get too much into it, but can we talk about a little bit about where did you go and what was the process like?
Yes, sir. So I started at a virtual audition. I did it at home over a computer. 3 rounds of that with first with like a first level producer, then second round with a second level producer, like a higher up producer next.
Okay.
Was the third round. And I passed the third round, and they sent me to Austin, Texas, to audition in front of Luke, Brian, Lionel Richie, and Katy Perry.
So which one was more nerve-wracking, in front of the computer or in front of
Definitely
humans?
in front of the judges. Definitely in front of those 3.
So with all of the stars that you're standing in front of, which one were you the most nervous about?
Probably Katy Perry was kind of nerve-wracking because, she's got a big following. She reaches a lot of people. And, somebody with that many fans and that many #1 hits and records is really nerve-wracking.
Pretty intimidating.
Yeah.
Were they nice to you? Were they good people?
They were nice. They were good people.
Yeah.
It was a fun experience. I'd do it again tomorrow.
Good. So off camera, we were talking a little bit, and you were telling us that at one point they said, we're going to do another audition. I think this was earlier, maybe the computer stuff, and then they said, you said when, and they said what?
Oh yeah, they said right now.
Right now.
So I did the first round of the first audition, and they said we're going to put you through, and I was like, oh, that's fantastic. And I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know if I was going to sing in front of the 3 judges, or I was going to just do another round of virtual. But I was like, okay, when's the time? Can I get the time on that? And they said, oh, we're sending it to you right now. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm going right now. And I was like, yes. I was like, oh.
So you had to be pretty quick on your toes.
Yes, I'll have to get ready for it. Yes, sir.
So what did you have a song ready for them? Like, were you panicking? Were you in panic mode at that time? Or?
But they said I could do the same song I did for the first one. So
okay.
I had planned a song before. I did Born on the Bayou by Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Okay.
And that one, I did that one through all three. That one was what got me through.
And that one you feel pretty good about?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty nerve-wracking whenever
Yes, sir.
When? Right now?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Can you tell us a little bit about maybe something positive that you gained from that experience?
Oh yeah, meeting other musicians and seeing other talent really opened new doors up to different styles of music and different ways to present myself is when it comes to the type of music that I play and really what type of music fits me best. And you know, they gave me critiques on stuff I needed to fix. You know, after going home and you know practicing them and just trying to better myself at it, I think I really improved myself as a musician after that audition.
Yeah. And what about, did you meet people your age? And
Yes, sir. There was there wasn't many minors, but the ones I did meet were very talented, and it was just really that was probably the most intimidating thing was being in front of all those contestants,
your peers,
hearing everybody and seeing, wow, these guys are really good. I've got to step up my game.
Yeah, there's a lot of talented people out there.
Oh,
right? Yeah. But you've taken it a little bit further. I was on the phone a couple of days ago with your artist development management
Yes, sir.
in Nashville, Bernard Porter,
Yes, sir.
from PCG Artist Development. Tell us a little bit about that relationship and how that's going.
So I started PCG a little bit after I went to Austin, and the first thing they did was give me a vocal coach, and she helped me fix some minor things I had to fix, which was, you know, singing in the back of my throat, opening my mouth more, using my diaphragm, making sure I'm singing from the right places instead of my nose or throat, which is very important because you'll mess up your voice that way.
Okay.
And then they got me with a songwriting guy who helped me start writing some songs. And that was one thing they kind of focused on was my originality. You know, be yourself, which is really hard to do that because you hear so many musicians and you're inspired by so many different things. And once you hear those and you know, you're like, I like that. Maybe I should try to go towards that style. It's hard not to mimic somebody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You just have to be able to find yourself and not mimic somebody else's voice.
That's right. And I think it's kind of like a gumbo. You take a little bit of this and you take a little bit of this and you kind of throw it all in the pot.
I mean, you'll take different pieces from different artists and musicians because that's just what music is.
Welcome to your new hospital, Trinity Medical. Located in Faraday, Trinity Medical is the only acute care facility in the Tri-Parish area. Here, you'll find an active pursuit of holistic health, a strong, honest group of clinicians, and a consciousness of others that transcends the 80,000 square feet committed to you and your loved ones. Trinity Medical. People you know, caring for people you love.
If you like what we're doing here at Miss Lou Champion Spotlight, make sure to like, follow, share on Facebook and Instagram, and visit our website, MissLouChampions.com. It costs you nothing, and it helps us to continue to shine the spotlight on awesome people right here in our community. So talking about your development deal, have you spent some time in Nashville? Have you been up there some?
No, sir, not yet. I'm planning to go up there in March.
Okay.
I'll record some music. Hopefully, you know, it'll go well. Maybe be able to release a few songs.
What are some things that you didn't maybe understand the importance of until you started working with a developmental team?
You've got to be on the ball with your music and everything. And social media is a very big aspect now with music. Very big. It's getting your name out there is a lot harder than it seems. And getting people to recognize you is very difficult. And you know, just you have to stay on top of everything because you can't lag behind or you're gonna fall. I
often tell people social media, being able to reach people in an instant is the best thing in the world.
But it's the worst thing.
But it's the worst thing too because anybody can do it. So it's harder to maybe get through. It's easier to have the medium to do it, but it's harder to maybe get them to listen to you. But so What about maybe have they gotten into any type of performance issues or anything like that that maybe you didn't know before?
Kind of. I have a trouble with stage presence.
Okay.
My dad played in a band. He was a great stage performer. I guess I didn't get that trait from him. But
you're better looking than he was.
I hope so. You know, usually I play with my guitar most of the time. Sometimes I don't, but you're really freeing yourself and opening up and not being shy and scared. And really just, you know, being free up on stage is what they really emphasize on.
Yeah.
Because, you know, having a good voice is one thing, but if you don't know how to perform in front of a crowd, that's not a good thing.
And how old are you?
I'm 16.
16. So, I mean...
Got a little bit of time.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you have the world figured out at 16. Sir. I mean, I think you're doing pretty well.
Thank you.
And you're going to grow. I mean, the more that you do it and the larger your stage grows, the better you're going to get at it naturally.
Yes, sir.
So, but that's awesome. I'm glad that you've teamed up with this group of professionals. And whenever I spoke with Bernard on the phone a couple of days ago, he really had a lot of great things to say about you, and he really feels good. And one of the things that stood out to me that he said was that you're a hard worker.
Yes, sir.
And he said everything that we've given him, he's worked on.
Yes, sir.
And he's taken any type of criticism as constructive criticism and used it to better himself. And that's very important in this business also.
Yes, sir. Being a musician, you have to be able to take criticism not offensively, but constructively. You have to be able to work with it instead of just throwing it under the bus as somebody trying to put you down. And that's one thing about Mr. Bernard. He's a great guy. Mr. Bernard is a very good business person, but he means business, and it's a tough business, and he understands that.
Well, in Nashville, they say there's a reason that they put business behind music.
Yes,
it's
sir.
music business. It's not all about music. You know, you hear people all the time, and they say, well, why is that person not on the radio? And there's all kind of different reasons, but oftentimes it comes down to business.
Yes, sir.
And that's one of the things he was talking about with you is that you're willing to learn, and that will take you so far.
Yes, sir.
In life, and in music and in life in general.
Yes, sir.
Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here. We just wanted to take a moment to recognize our awesome partners who make this show possible. Trinity Medical Center, Miss Lou Family Dentistry, Sabrina Doré Agency, Hampton Inn and Suites Natchez, Hicks Chicks, Go Mart and On the Go Deli, Rollin' in the Dough, Rise and Shine Studio, Concordia Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and Ellard Physical Therapy. You've got a lot going on right now, right?
Yes, sir.
You're 16 years old, you're dealing with music, you're dealing with school, you're dealing with a lot of things that 16-year-olds are supposed to deal with.
Yes.
How do you find a way to balance all of this?
You just have to be able to spend time on each individual thing and try to make sure that you don't put too much attention on one thing and keep everything enough time between music and school and everything else you have going on, so you can try to better yourself in every aspect.
That's great, man. It's all about balance.
Yes, sir.
And being present in what you're doing, I think that's hard to do. And as you get older, you find that you stay stretched too thin. We all do. And I think that this is actually going to be very beneficial to you, because you're learning at an early age what it's like to be stretched thin, and you're handling it very well. So
yes, sir, thank you.
Whether it be music or whatever you ultimately choose to do in life, I think that you've got a great foundation, and I think that you're going to be very successful with whatever you do.
Yes, sir.
That says a lot about you, and it says a lot about your upbringing and everything.
Yes, sir.
A lot about your family. Where do you see yourself moving forward? What do you want to do?
Well, I want to be a full-time musician. I want that to be my career for the rest of my life. That's what I want to do. It's what I've wanted to do for years, and hopefully I'll see myself, playing on a big stage in front of millions of people one day. But it's going to be hard. I've got to work at it if I want it to happen, but I'm willing to put in the work to do it.
And what type of genre do you see yourself in?
I'm really not sure yet. There's the southern rock thing and the country thing, kind of like a Chris Stapleton. He mixes rock and country very well and blues.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I want to do. It's kind of the genre I want to be in.
the cool thing with today's technology is you don't necessarily have to fit into a box.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was like, well, radio can't play you because you don't fit into this box or this box. There were like 3 boxes and you had to fit into one. Now you really can mix some of those things and you build your audience from the ground up.
Yes,
So you have a really cool opportunity to really take it any direction that you want.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else that you'd like to mention before we wrap up, or any thank yous? How'd you get here?
Yes, sir. Well, I'd like to thank my mom. She's standing over there. Really helped me with a lot.
Yeah.
You know, she's the one who signed me up for American Idol about a day before the audition.
So you didn't know?
Had no idea, but
Yeah.
she's the one who signed me up, and she's really helped me a lot through everything. She went with me to Austin. You know, she's just been with me through all the music. You know, it's kind of a hard adjustment from music. You know, people like to ask you questions a lot.
Yeah.
People get nosy, and you know, it's hard to keep it a secret. You know, because you want everybody to know how you've been doing and what you've been up to. You know, because it's fun to talk about, but keeping it a secret is very important.
Yeah, well, and they're excited for you, and that's a good thing. They love you, and they want to see you do well, and they're excited. So they're ready to take this ride with you, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
Well, what we're going to do is after we come back from this break, I'm going to let you play a song, and then we'll wrap this thing up.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
From regular family checkups to sedation dentistry, orthodontics and cosmetic dentistry, experience dental care the way it was meant to be. Right around the corner from a name you can trust, Miss Lou Family Dentistry.
Come see us for all your handmade and fine jewelry needs here at 415 Main Street in Natchez, Mississippi. You can also find us on the web at riseandshinestudio.com. Always remember to smile big, shine bright, and enjoy the journey.
Hide my emotions, lock all the doors, roll all the windows down. All of my troubles running through my mind, every thought rushing in, sends a chill down my spine. But all those troubles I could tell her about, spoke loud and clear and let them all come out. Easy to talk to, easy to understand. She welcomed my thoughts with an open hand. Too young
I'm really excited to follow this journey with you.
Yes, sir.
For anybody watching, I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I have. Tune into American Idol to follow his journey. It comes on Sunday nights at 7 o'clock Central on ABC. We want to thank our partners who make this possible. We want to thank everybody tuning in to watch this interview. God bless, and as always, have a champion day.